All right, everyone, let's quickly start with the writing class. I've got outweigh part, advantage, outweigh, disadvantage, a sample essay written. So we'll understand in this session what are the mistakes the essay contains, how to overcome them, what kind of structure that needs to be used, basically how to structure your essay with respect to this outweigh, disadvantage kind of questions. There's a very common question type that often appears in the exam, and trust me, people usually have problems in such questions. They end up writing more advantages than disadvantages. The question is not at all about writing more number of advantages over the number of disadvantages. The question is about writing, if you say outweigh, you have to write some advantages which weigh more than the disadvantages that way. So probably advantages, you wrote one advantage which weighs 100 kg. Disadvantage, you wrote five disadvantages which weigh 1 kg each. So where is 5 into 1? 5 kg and 100 kg. So advantage outweigh disadvantage. Outweigh is that weight of it is not outnumbering the number of advantage or disadvantage. So what kind of structure we often use for this? Para 1 gonna be intro, where you say advantage outweigh disadvantage or disadvantage outweigh advantage. It's very crucial. You talk about this in the intro part, various advantages, and demonstrate why they hold greater significance compared to. So this is exactly the thing that I'm looking forward to reading. So in the introduction, you need to talk about your viewpoint. Para 2, it's all about, probably you can talk about advantages. Para 3, you talk about disadvantages. Para 4, you talk why advantage outweigh disadvantage or vice versa. Para 5, conclusion. What holds greater significance is this particular thing. If you don't write that, trust me, 6.5 will come down to. On top of that, whatever the mistakes you make, from 6.5 it will come down to 6, 5.55, 4.5 it starts. If this is missing, forget 7. It should be a 5 para structure. What people end up doing, outweigh part, they simply write, hence advantage outweigh disadvantage in conclusion. Simply you cannot write. The question is that. Question itself is outweigh part. So you need to write that outweigh part separately, giving a separate structure to it in the fourth para. So by just blindly glancing at this essay, we see it is a 4 para structure. This is para 1, para 2, para 3, para 4. So perhaps this para is completely missing. Don't make this mistake. All right, now let's understand the question. In this technology era, personal information is stored in computers by many companies and organizations. Do advantages outweigh disadvantages? Simple question, straightforward question. You get a lot of ideas, but it's not just the ideas that give you scores. It is the coherence, cohesion. Meaning, whatever the idea that you write, you need to expand it, you need to justify it. That's very, very important. Grammar and vocabulary has its role to play as well. So let's review this essay with respect to these 4 things. When you write task response, each and everything in the question has to be addressed. Meaning you need to have para 1, para 2, para 3, para 4, para 5. And para 2, para 3 should have significant advantages and not so significant disadvantages. Para 4, you have to talk about outweigh. If these are correct, then your task response is correct. Otherwise, task response can't guess. Coherence, cohesion. Within this para 2, are you justifying it enough? We will understand more. We live in a digital world, digital age. Numerous, this is not a comma, this is a full stop. Otherwise, grammar wrong. This person who has written probably has English issues. Numerous issues in so we live in a digital world, numerous issues in topic or subject of debate. The template that I've given has not been used correctly. You can check the template inside the essay folder, template 7.templates. The template will be different. While some word is missing, because of that, grammar is completely wrong. One such topic is companies stored. You cannot write like this. One such topic is about companies storing their consumers apostrophe personal details. While it is true that every topic does have its own set of benefits and drawbacks, the advantages of personal information on the computer outweigh the disadvantages. Advantages of storing personal information on the computers outweigh the disadvantages. This essay will explore the various advantages and demonstrates why they hold greater significance compared to disadvantage. Intro is fine, done and dusted, no problem whatsoever. Now, second paragraph, since first paragraph you've told advantages outweigh the disadvantage, consider writing some significant advantages, advantages that hold greater significance. Don't write normal falto advantages. You write advantage in such a way it's quite big. Correct? Let's see. The advantages of digital storage facilities offers a superior experience for online shoppers. Great. By attaching, not attached. So like this, if grammatically wrong, mistakes, if the grammatical errors are there, it's difficult to score 7 as well. It should be simple and crisp, correct? By attaching personal details with company accounts, consumers can make more convenient online purchases. Okay, maybe correct information. Personal information is stored on computers by many companies. If they store, consumers will have better experience shopping. That is what the person has said. This is clearly exemplifying. This is exemplify is wrong. This is eat. This is eating. This is eaten. So this clearly exemplifies. All this accountable for grammatical errors. This clearly exemplifies that by utilizing these technology storage devices, audiences can effectively manage, protect, and assess their data. How? How? That is exactly what I want. Don't simply state the facts. Also, it's a full stop. Also, it's worldwide availability and integrity whenever they need it. Means what? It is not clear. Explain. No. Consider Amazon. Let's say you want to buy a product. You want to buy a refrigerator. Let's say they already have your personal information. Then they can, suggest some of the refrigerators based on your salary, based on your budget. It saves your time. Give a proper example. They can effectively manage, protect, and assess. How? Not written. So this is like writing on top layer. No, I want you to get inside it. This is like standing on the 11th floor penthouse. I want you to get to the basement where you park your car. That is what the example is all about. So this will not give you. Thus, the buying process is advanced, fostering an overall convenient customer experience. Not proved at all. Simply stated the facts from internet. That's it. This will not give scores, not even 6. This the person has written a lot, but whatever is required is still missing. Isn't it so? So this will not give scores. All this will come under this particular guy, who is actually the most dangerous guy. Correct? Hope you're getting it. Hope you're getting it. Any doubts so far? Let me know. Not proved at all. Simply writing, the customer will have that experience, this experience. Prove it, boss. Another most significant benefit. Second idea jumped. First idea is not clearly explained. Helps. Second benefit in this type of online data, another most significant benefit in this online data is it helps these organizations to better understand the need and desire of the customers. For example, Google, Facebook, Amazon, these all are, these all serve on the basis of personalization, improving customer. Again, this is all generic data, improving customer services. How you will improve is what is essay writing. Simply you cannot state it is if they have your data, it will magically improve the experience. How we should write, right? If you don't write, how? No marks. And creating customer value such as purchase histories, most viewed videos, pictures of other information. Not clear at all. Give an example by considering a product. Explain one by one how it will enhance the experience. Not written. It will enhance the experience. How? I will not say. It will enhance experience. All this will not give scores. This is a wrong way of writing. Yes, the essay looks so big, but inside nothing is there. In this way, these companies have gained relatively large benefits. Prove that it is a benefit. Still not proved. Simply saying benefit, benefit, benefit will not make it a benefit. Isn't it so? Just getting it right. So you cannot escape. You need to have knowledge. You need to think through. And then you need to articulate. It's very important. Any doubts? So essay looks quite big, but it will not give more than 5.5 or 6 because coherence coefficient is wrong. Task response, simply one idea is written correctly. It will enhance customer experience. But how it's not written? So the idea is correct, but coherence coefficient is wrong. A lot of people belong to this category. They try to just state the facts. Just stating the fact is not going to give any scores. You need to delve deep into it. Not so deep enough that you get your scores, deep enough that whoever reads it will understand what is this convenient online purchase means. This is not clearly explained. Is getting it? Kevin getting it right? Kavita getting it? Kavita? Punch, Shubham? All right, we go to the next one. Undoubtedly, online data is very vulnerable to preserve as technology has potential security risks in storing and transmission of the data or transmitting data. Excellent idea. I need a linking word. This means hackers can easily break into computer systems or into our computer system and steal sensitive details, including password, name, phone number, because it is very easy to track anyone's activity through social media. Why social media came? The point is they've already stored. Hackers will log into them and get it. Social media is not required. Let's remove. This is not required. While this can be useful for business, it also raises concerns about security. Like what? Have you faced any problem recently? What happened? Explain, boss. Otherwise, no. Easily break into system and steal sensitive details, including password and name, phone number. What will they do with this? What is the problem of stealing? Stealing is a big problem. Why? Explain. No. For example, Facebook stored, Amazon stored all the data, and a person wanted some information to hack into the banking system. So he wanted some personal data. He just got the same data from Amazon. Explainer, I want you to get into one of the certain aspects and then explain so that you get better scores. This is good. So far, it is good, but continue, boss. Please continue. For example, is completely missing, by the way. Furthermore, companies gathered unnecessary data about customers, and many of them do not even provide enough information to their customers that how to use all of these online details and keep it private. Hence, these particles make them vulnerable to data breach, and data breach often expose highly sensitive information, including medical records, bank details. Same thing only, no here. Same thing only here. Password here, bank details, company's confidential details. Probably the person could have removed this and written the remaining. It is not about how big your essay is. No, it's always how concise your essay is. Being concise, is it giving a lot of information? This is a good idea, but let's say in 2016, Yahoo revealed that a 2013 breach compromised 3 billion users' account. Hackers allegedly gained access to personal information and continue because of that what they did and were able to hack into the respective bank accounts and steal billions of money at once. This can result in a not required. This is not required. The consequence is not required. What will happen after that? Not required. So now you tell me. You had a look at both the paragraph. Which one do you think is weighing more? Is it advantages or disadvantages? Logically, you had a look at both the paragraphs. According to you, the way the essay is represented, which one is holding high value? Which one weighs more? Advantages or disadvantages? Come on. Anybody? Hello? I want you guys to text, please. Click on the chat option and tell me. You saw both advantages and disadvantages. Which one weighs more? Which one has more weightage? Kavita, Kevin, Poon, Shubham, Kavita? Disadvantages. Clearly disadvantages. Then how come the person can say advantages? Simply saying, then prove it. By looking at it, I feel, come on, man, they're going to take 1 billion amount. This is just your experience. Disadvantages is huge. But if you still want to say advantage outweigh disadvantage, then prove it here. Prove. Prove why pros outweigh the cons. Or vice versa. Doesn't matter. So far, you have not told anything. It looks like disadvantages hold more weightage. It just looks like. But you can tweak and turn it around the way you want it. Here, probably maybe you need to write. If you want to prove advantage outweigh disadvantage, though disadvantages look very scary, the advancements in the security protocols and two-step verification via OTP have actually reduced the case of misusing the personal data. This means the cons that looked dangerous may not prove dangerous anymore. Hence, pros outweigh the cons. If you want to prove the reverse, then they say, um, though there are advantages which enhance experience, blah, 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 all those can be compromised when it comes to your money, your personal data, because anyone can hack and that steal it. Though there are security measures, this always prove to be very dangerous, and hence disadvantages outweigh advantage. It's up to you how you prove it, but you need to prove. Here you can give an example if you wish. A little bit more you need to write. The template that I've given inside the template folder in the ISA folder have some 4 to 5 sentences written. In between the second, third sentence, if you just write this, it will just fulfill everything. This is missing in this essay. This is the most important aspect of this particular question. Getting it? So now it looks like disadvantages are of more value. Doesn't matter. You can change it, tweak it the way you want it. But yes, if it is very obvious, I don't suggest changing it like this. Correct? Don't have to. I mean, I'm just showing you how you can tweak it. Don't tweak it because it's so obvious. Here you told all hefty, heavy disadvantages. So prove it the same way. That means here you can change. That's one of the reasons why I ask people to take up the computer-based IELTS so that you can change little bit whenever you want it. In the paper-based, you have to keep on erasing it, which will be a tedious task. Getting it? So this was the missing one. This is very, very crucial. And then comes in conclusion, whatever you wrote above, just summarize. Summarize the second paragraph in one sentence. Summarize this in one sentence. Summarize this in one sentence, or summarize this entire thing in one sentence. Summarize this in one sentence. While digital information has its advantages, so disadvantages such as blah blah blah, advantages it offers are undeniable. Therefore, numerous benefits considering for both customer and grammatically wrong sentences. It is evident that advantages outweigh the disadvantages. Reinforce. The person has used my template. There are some few words like this, but as I told you, this can be written only when you write or add this particular guy. If you don't add this guy in green, then you don't get the scores. Any doubts? It's a simple essay, straightforward. Something like this can definitely come in the exam, and something like this can definitely happen in the exam too. So now we have understood the mistakes. What I want is, I want you guys to start with advantages, write advantages in second para. Please send me for feedback. One advantage is enough. I don't need five advantages, but whatever you write, I need five advantage. Second line, supporting idea. Third, example. Fourth, continuation of example. Fifth, continuation of example. Sixth, continue or end. Minimum this much I need. At any cost, this has to be the structure that should look like this. Don't simply write in 4 lines, 3 sentences, 2 sentences. No, these are all the number of sentences. And since you are saying advantage outweigh disadvantage, write some hefty advantages. So prove in your words that this looks massive advantage. So once you write this, you can send your write-ups in the chat option if you're comfortable typing. Otherwise, you can write it in the paper, take a neat picture, and WhatsApp me to my number. I'll immediately give the review. Once this is done, once the review is done, then we take up the next paragraph. Can we try it now? I just want you guys to do this. Please start. So this is the question. I'm just sending you the question. Please start. So around 25-30 minutes is over. The second half of this session, we'll focus on implementing. I'll just wait for your SS. Thanks much.